Okay, so anyway, let me just set this up a little bit. I got to set this up. Mark Harris married Martha Ray a couple of years ago. Martha Ray's like 100 years old, or whatever. I don't know what her age is, but she's stroked out. She's missing her legs.
80-something.
Yeah, he married an old woman. Now, I always thought that Mark was very, very effeminate. He says he's bisexual. Personally, I think he's more leaning toward guys.
Well, you know what? The longer we know him, the more his sexuality evolved.
Right.
So, he came in here, he was straight.
But look, I'm not here to challenge anyone. If he says he likes girls and boys, that's his thing. So he says to me, I'm dating now. I said, you're a married man. You're married to Martha Ray with Martha's blessing. With Martha's blessing. I'm dating.
But then, I was thinking about this yesterday. He then tells us that he's really not having sex with anybody.
Right.
But then you ask him if he's had sex during the marriage, he says yes.
Yeah. Bisex. I bought sex, I think is what he said. I don't know what he said.
Because he's not apparently having sex with these dates.
I don't know. Anyway, so now he says to me, he shows up here today with Suzy Chaffee. Why? Because he says to me yesterday on the show, I'm dating Suzy Chaffee. Now, I know the name Suzy Chaffee. She's an Olympic skier or something. Isn't she?
Yeah.
Like a professional skier, like someone of note.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you're not seeing Suzy Chaffee. She's a piece of ass.
She used to do those chapstick commercials.
It's Suzy Chapstick. He goes, I certainly am. I'll bring her here as proof. Well, the guy has proof.
He's delivered.
I guarantee you didn't get anywhere with her.
Let's see.
If you would, Phony, bring in Mark Harris, husband of Martha Ray, and Suzy Chaffee. Let me see Suzy. Wow, look at Suzy. What are you doing on rollerblades, my dear?
I thought she was awfully tall.
Yeah, Suzy is like statuesque. Hey, Suzy, how tall are you?
5'9".
Wow, now that's a woman. Woo, God.
I'm 6 foot right now.
You're awesome. Wow.
But you can eat more, when you're 6 foot.
Yes, you can.
Actually, I brought these for Mark.
What, roses?
For this lovely lunch we had yesterday.
Oh, really? I guess you want to honor him for not laying a finger on you. For acting like a perfect gentleman.
He's never tried to get anything off you.
A bit of a flower child here.
Yes,
and
that's
this
right.
Is for you.
Thank you so much, Suzy.
Howard, that is for you.
What is this?
Not Duschstab. It's that masculine soap from Germany.
What's the name of this?
I don't know. Let me see it.
Irischke Frühling?
Irische Frühling. Yeah. Irish feeling.
Why do you bring these soaps from Germany?
Oh, don't take it personal. No, it's really nice. The soaps there.
Wash your mouth.
Is that a thing? Is that a thing, Mark? That you? Hey, take a seat, Suzy.
Oh.
Suzy, take off your rollerblades and relax.
Okay.
What are you, like an exercise freak? So you always have to be doing some kind of exercise?
No, I just get high.
Yeah. You know that reminds me of? Remember in L.A. Story, the Steve Martin movie?
Yeah.
And
Sarah Jessica Parker?
Sarah Jessica Parker was an aerobics instructor type, and she had to be exercising every second.
Yeah.
Like, even when she was talking, she had to be, like, doing jumping jacks.
Couldn't even just walk down the street.
Yeah. Did you see that movie?
No, but
That you remind me of an athletic woman who has to always constantly stay in shape.
No, but it's kind of my main form of transportation in New York, and it makes New York wonderful. And I go through the park all the time. I visit my Mother Nature.
Right. Oh, you're like a real...
Mother Nature.
What is Mother Nature?
My mother.
Who's your Mother Nature? Are you like a hippie or something? I didn't know this about you.
Well, I've always related to guys with long hair, so that's part of the reason I'm here.
Grow my hair.
He cut it.
Mark, why don't you be honest? This is a friend of yours. Somehow you befriended her. I don't even know how.
Wait a minute.
I'm shocked that he has a celebrity friend.
We just met yesterday. You're shocked that I have celebrity
You
friends?
just met.
When August comes, when you see what's
You're not attracted to him physically, are you?
Well, can I explain?
Yes. All right, because he's obviously...
I want an explanation.
Mark, why don't you just say... I think you'd rather be with Susie's brother than
with you.
Susie. I don't know if you have a brother, but...
Howard, with you.
I mean, you're not really interested in Susie. You want her as a friend.
Right now, I just want to relax and calm down.
You don't want a
do my
relationship.
show.
No, he's very feminine, isn't he?
I have to say... Oh, this guy's a hunk.
No, but he's a good-looking guy. Don't get me wrong. I always say Mark...
Check that out. Look, Robin, isn't that good? I'm going to date you, Robin.
No, Mark is a handsome guy.
I have to tell you, I had one of the most delightful lunches
I'm sure Mark is a delight.
Oh, I'm sure he's a lot of fun.
He sang to me in 4 different languages, and I speak about 3 of them.
Yes.
So I
know. Hold on a second. He took you to lunch where? Where did he take you to lunch?
Giando's.
What?
Giando's under the bridge. It's gorgeous, really gorgeous.
Mark knows like all the places.
No, this is gorgeous. You don't understand.
It's
gorgeous.
All right, now I understand.
All right.
I don't understand. I can't understand gorgeous.
It's a straight place.
No guy. Let me just say something about men. No man says gorgeous.
Really?
This restaurant is gorgeous.
Okay.
You got to understand something. Guys don't talk that way.
Next time.
Guy goes, hey, it was a good lunch.
No.
They don't notice.
No, this
gorgeous.
was gorgeous.
No guy says gorgeous.
I'm not giving up gorgeous.
All right, okay. All right. Right, you took Susie. Obviously, you have a hard-on for celebrities. There's no question about that. No, he does. He's very caught up in the world.
I have to explain. I mean, what is a bad girl like me doing on a nice show like this?
What do you mean? Susie.
My best friend is Sonny Griffin, who's the best friend you could ever want in the world.
And you'll excuse the expression, that is gorgeous.
Who is Sonny Griffin?
Remember from Good Morning America, from Avon.
Yeah, okay.
An actress and model.
Yeah, exactly.
Except you haven't seen her in anything.
Well, she's not working lately.
Right. She is. Harley Davidson.
Harley Davidson.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
What do you mean Harley Davidson? What do you mean?
The spread, the layout. On the bike.
Oh, okay. Oh, she's a model.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. And she's actually building a home. She and her husband build gorgeous homes. And she's doing
Oh, they built a nightclub in our house.
Okay,
Right, go ahead.
No, but they're building a bed and breakfast.
The one that fell apart in the earthquake?
That's the one, you got it.
In Telluride, they're building.
Yeah, I know.
So she's a carpenter.
Bed and breakfast. You guys see the body on the
She's a general contractor. But anyway, when she says, do lunch with this guy, he is a sweetheart. He's a hunk. He's talented.
Was it set up as a date, like a man-woman date, or was it just to say hi?
Well, the bottom line was she says, he's crazy, this and that, his whole story. Because, I like to know who I have lunch with. I don't have lunch with.
And that didn't
No, she didn't go out.
And did it scare you that he's married to Martha Ray?
Well, bottom line, she says this guy is a mensch.
Really?
She's not even Jewish. She's not even Jewish.
No, but she's married to one of the nicest guys in the world, and that's the reason I had lunch with her.
All right, so you had lunch with him, but there was nothing romantic going on. Let's make that clear.
No, I took a hotel.
You took her to a hotel?
No, I took a hotel to sleep in myself.
Well, that's what I thought. And you weren't fantasizing about Susie after you got done.
After that flight came in,
Susie's a knockout.
I couldn't wait to. Yes,
Susie, what's that jacket you're wearing?
Oh, well.
I can't get a sense of your body.
Okay. Well, I'll take it off. It is
All right,
a little cool in here, but this is one of my new Egyptian ski belly dancing jackets.
Hey, you're wacky.
For my...
Wow, look at the bon on you.
Shaking
Robin, I'm bringing all my dates.
Okay. Okay.
Susie, you single?
Yes, I am.
Are you really?
Yeah.
You got a boyfriend?
Well, yeah, kind of.
I can't imagine you don't.
Actually, he's part Cherokee Indian.
Oh, I didn't ask,
Someone
but...
who loves nature.
Oh, you're into this nature thing?
I am. There's a bonding with
I remember
nature.
when you were dating Ted Kennedy for a while. That was kind of cool.
Well,
that's an Indian of another.
He's not a nature guy.
Actually, he is a wonderful skier.
Is he really?
Great jock. And
big deal.
Actually, the excitement.
I thought you were going to marry him.
The excitement between us is actually about caring about your viewers. In that, do you feel that? Are you a jock at all?
Of course. Okay. Well, can't you see from my build? Seriously. I mean, I'm very athletic.
He's surprised you had to ask.
A billowy that, he's not really showing himself off.
Punch me in the chest. You'll see. I'm very, very muscular.
But do you believe that...
I'm a bit of a jock. Actually, I have an empty jock, if you must know the truth. Yes, go ahead. Yes, okay, go ahead.
And I'm still here. I believe that the right to sport is the right to health. And the two of us shared this excitement about bringing fitness to, or equal opportunity to women in sports in the
He wanted to get in your pants.
So the whole family could get fit as a result.
Guys know how to play you. Guys know how to play you.
Kennedy said, yeah.
You're like an open book. Take Kennedy. He was like, Susie, I love to do sport. It is people's inalienable right to do sport.
Well, Ted, Howard. Jeff invented the fitness craze.
I know.
Yeah. She said all this stuff, and he said, I agree. I agree.
Yes, please, now can we sleep together?
I agree. Me too.
I love fresh air, please. Spread them already, please.
I'll bet he says gorgeous.
What?
I bet he says gorgeous.
No, he doesn't.
You sure?
Yeah, he's a man's man.
Well, then you date him.
Yeah, well, I'm not looking for a guy.
Okay.
But, he's
how long did you date him?
He's the head of the Senate Health Committee. And I said,
I know, that's unbelievable. There's a guy who's so unhealthy.
Yeah, look at him.
I mean,
you didn't look at him and say, sport.
Come on, he's no jock.
You know what?
His sport is drinking.
He raced. I saw him go through a slalom course.
Really?
I'm telling you, he's good. I do the Kennedy race every year with his family in Aspen. And these
You're
guys
having some life.
would have been on the Olympic team if they weren't going into politics. I
Really?
tell you, they are that talented.
Even as large as he is now?
His Max Kennedy beat me.
Really?
Yeah. I'm telling you.
And you were in the
guys are
Olympics.
good. I know.
And you won.
Well, I was using a little shorter ski. Well, I wasn't giving it my full-on enchilada.
What did you do? You got a gold medal in the Olympics?
Actually, this is the perfect station to say I'm the only one in the history of the Olympics that Avery Brundage tried to take my medals away and never had any.
What do you mean they tried to take your medals away?
Well, I was the #1 highest-ranked Olympic skier,
Right.
and I tied with a girl who won the medal in the nonstop the day before, and then it was a big, if you ski at all, wax is really important. America, we were so poor back then.
Wait, did you get the gold medal?
No.
Oh, well, that's all I want to know.
But I led the reform of the Olympics, so it wasn't an under-table thing, and Avery Brundage says, when I
Who's Avery Brundage, Rob?
One of those
the head
guys.
of the IOC.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I organized all the athletes from the winter and the summer of the Olympics to take on Brundage and to bring back integrity to the modern Olympics that they had in the ancient times.
Hold on.
It was over the table. And he says, I saw in the paper you perjured yourself. I said, you forced all the athletes in the world to perjure themselves up until 72. And he says, even so, if you perjured yourself, you must return your medals. I said, but Avery, I have no medals. I have only principles.
Sounds like you're a sore loser.
Flipped out.
Well, I don't understand, Robin. Now explain what Susie
All
said.
right, basically, she didn't have any medals, and the guy got so angry at her for something she said in the newspaper that he wanted to take her medals away, not realizing she didn't have any.
Oh.
Because I got so much publicity, partly because fashion saved my butt. I wore the silver suit in the Olympics, and I was the
I got to admit,
I was the great hope.
You're really
of the
cute.
Olympics.
You've got a nice body.
So that's when I
You
got
work out-
into designing.
What do? You work out how many hours a day?
Well, I just...
May I see your ass is as tight as a drum?
Show me stretching exercises.
Yeah, let me see some stretching exercises.
Oh,
Susie.
Gonna stretch on rollerblades.
I always work out before I do a show, particularly someone who requires great flexibility of mind, because
Right.
a flexible
Concentration.
body is a flexible mind. But I developed this after after I blew out my knee when a freak accident.
More stretching, please.
Friday night.
Okay, more stretching. You were
need to
enjoying that.
Yes. Stretch harder. There you
Anyway,
go.
this is latex tubing. That's all I do.
I
in
recognize.
addition to
I use
skiing
latex
and
tubing in my
rollerblading.
sex acts.
Is that right?
Yes, I do.
Oh, you.
See, that's good.
I do.
Sex.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, this is the best consistent way not
there an
to have to go
exercise-
to the gym and work out.
Is there
And
a
even
stretching
if it's out on the
exercise
market.
of one that you do, like standing, where you can like bend over and stretch? That's what I'm looking for to relax my back muscles. You have anything like that you know of? I can't find a good exercise where I just have to do this.
Well, we after the show. I'm
All right,
sure
thank
we
you.
can.
All right.
Right.
Oh God,
But I did have.
you
a
got
test.
powerful legs, don't you?
Thank you. Yes.
From what, all that skating and all that stuff?
Skiing.
Yeah.
No.
Tell him better to kick
I bet you could crush a coconut between your legs.
Oh, dear.
You're so powerful. You got a nice face too. Pretty attractive. Why are you not looking at me? Stop looking at Mark. He's not a real man.
I'm not a real man. I'm here for fake. But let's go
No,
back
come
to
on.
Well,
the
his friends asked me if I was
Are you getting
Republican or Democrat, and I said, well, I'm bi.
Yeah, like it matters. Mark's the only guy that takes a woman like this out and asks, are you a Republican or a Democrat?
No, that wasn't me.
No,
You
a
didn't
friend
listen.
of theirs.
Oh, friend.
But I don't know Mark that well, so I can't make it.
But he's very effeminate to you, isn't he?
What do you think?
Well,
about that?
I like guys who you are nice mixture of yin yang.
Yeah.
Actually.
Oh, no, I'm not yin yang. I'm yang all the way.
You're yang, right.
Yeah.
No yin
And that's
here.
the kind of guy I'm attracted to.
Really? Ever kiss a woman?
The male
Ever kiss a woman?
guy, no.
No, I was talking to Mark. Mark, ever kiss a woman?
You caught me, Howard. Howard, you caught me. I'm looking at her waiting for this answer.
That was a sneak question.
That was-
I was talking to Mark. I didn't mean to embarrass you.
Yeah, and it wasn't a guy in drag.
I don't know him that well.
Right.
But I'll tell you
It's just
what.
amazing to me that Susie...
I'm going to take him skiing, and we're going to do a tango.
When? When are we going skiing?
When are we going skiing?
When you're a free man.
Harry Grant. When are we going
When
skiing?
you're a free man.
Oh, you're going to wait till then?
Are you?
Oh, when I'm free, yeah.
Why don't you just put a pillow over Martha's face? You'll be a free man.
Hey.
Come on. Come on already,
Don't
Mark.
give him
You know you need the money.
No, I don't.
You don't
I
really?
I have to give you guys a compliment.
Yes.
I don't normally listen to your show, but yesterday, after lunch, a guy came by when we were having lunch and said, I was listening to the show yesterday.
Yes.
On the LIE, they're all stuck in traffic, and one looked over at the other one sitting in the car, and both laughed at the same time, and they realized they were both listening to Mark singing on the Howard Stern.
Yes,
he came over the table.
You're an amazing man.
He said they were stuck in traffic.
So let's just clear this up. This is all I wanted to clear up. That Mark Harris is not really dating you. He is a friend.
It was just an introduction.
I didn't have condoms in my pocket, if that's what you mean.
I start with lunch.
Lunch.
Okay.
And that's as far as it's going to go.
I'm not buying condoms.
Fag hag. Okay, I'm telling you, what's what I'm saying. There's no way. That's no way. There's no way the two of you are dating. There's no way the two of you are dating.
Right.
I know it.
You know what I'm going to bring?
First of all, Martha Ray is a lovely woman.
Yes, she is. Absolutely.
She deserves respect. I believe.
Amen.
And it's not right for you to date while Martha is still alive.
She said.
Am
I right, Susie?
They got to go to Mark's show and find out the real story behind it. It's too long to do on radio.
Really?
Did he do it for you all yesterday?
No, she knows through her friend's son.
It's a beautiful story.
Is it?
Yes. And love, the definition of love, according to Campbell, is perfect kindness.
Hitler and Jackie Mason are a more realistic couple than the two of you. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, because she is a statuesque, beautiful blonde who
I'm sure you would like to be her friend.
Let me have her for 5 minutes. I'll show you how to date.
That's all you take? It's 5 minutes,
Susie. Your head would be spinning. Let me tell you something. I don't know what kind of man you date.
Talk.
If Ted Kennedy wouldn't know what to do with you. Believe me, he doesn't. How he blew it with you, I don't know. What happened? You were in love with him? Were you in love with him, Susie?
I care about him.
You do?
And for 15 years, we've had
an affair?
No. We've had
a friendship.
A friendship. He has... I just
You like him because he's a Kennedy.
I love how he cares about his... I mean, I went to
really? He's got you hypnotized.
No, I have to tell you, there is a lot of love in that family.
Really?
There's a lot of childhood hurts.
Did you drink with him and stuff, or would he just drink alone?
No, I don't drink.
You don't? Because you're a health freak. I can't see you having anything in common with him except for the fact that he's a Kennedy.
Well, he got a bill through Congress for me that actually was supposed to be introduced by Bobby Kennedy to straighten out sports in America. You know the ping pong players who opened up China?
Yeah.
When they got back, they got killed by the NCAA fighting with the AAU instead of being heroes. So this bill, for the first time in history...
I don't know. Something about ping pong players.
Ping pong players? You mean Kennedy introduced a ping pong playing bill?
No, Bobby was going to introduce this bill that would solve those kinds of problems and give athletes rights and representation and get rid of sex discrimination.
I can't get the death penalty, and they're going to have ping pong players.
Anyway, and the key of getting that bill through was his brother, Ted. And that's how I got to meet him. That's how I've also supported the Special Olympics, which I think.
But I can't see you as in love with like as a lover. He's not physically fit like you are. He's not your type. He is not the man you need. You need a tall, sort of Prince Charming, youngish.
Look how you're describing me, Howard.
No, you're describing me.
You really are. No. Prince Charming, go ahead.
Princess Charming.
I am so flattered that you really have a caring side to you. I go.
Of course I do.
I go. You know what? You know why I'm also here is because after he says, "Do you want to be on the Howard Show with me?"
I know. It was a bit
publicity, and I said, "Thank you, but
no." Right.
Yeah. And then you got on the phone yesterday.
I talked to Susie myself.
Did you? And he said,
"I would be a gentleman."
Yes.
And I have been, right?
No.
Oh, no.
Is that the real Howard?
Yes, that is the real Howard.
The one you talked to on the phone?
Yes.
Wow.
That is the scheming, conniving Howard who sits there and lies to everyone.
That's the one who's like a chameleon and will be whatever it takes.
That's the one who can be whatever you need me to be. I hide the sex maniac until you get in here.
No, but I have never heard
I am very caring.
Such a sweet,
can I say something to you?
Your voice on the phone.
Can I say something to you, Susie?
You would be honest to tell people that was what you were really like.
Yes, that is how I am. That's how I really am. And let me say something. I don't know what you're feeling right now. I know what I'm feeling. I'm going to be honest. I can see you're a person who likes to express their emotions, so I will express my emotions.
Wow.
When you walked in the door, I realized that I was in love with you. Now, hold it a second. I just want to say something.
You do have a lot of love.
I have love for you. I'm not saying I'm in love with you the same way I'm in love with my wife or something like that, who, by the way, is very ill. And she has both her legs
Let's send her
missing.
some big energy.
If everybody...
No, I'm
Can you
not
believe
kidding.
that, Mark?
My wife has
That's
both her
low.
legs.
That's
were cut off.
Very
She's out
bad.
of pain.
Very bad. Yes.
sure
Where was
she's
the
not
caring
used to
part?
this
Where was
kind
the
of
caring
size.
part?
No. My wife is probably not going to live through the month.
Give us some Percocet.
No, I'm being serious, Susie.
Yeah, right.
And I'm going to need a mother for my children.
You hear this? You hear this?
No.
Aunt Sally could take care of the kids.
Be quiet, Mark, will you,
You're
please?
lucky to have Aunt Sally.
She just mumbles and says things that people don't care
Right,
about.
never mind. Play the Clinton song.
Susie, out of pure love, I would like to say that I am honored that you came in this morning. Find you to be very beautiful. I myself never had a tall woman. I am 6'5".
Really?
Did you realize that?
No.
Stand up for
Stand
her.
up, darling.
Here, come on. Here, stand up for a second, Susie. Out of my love for you, I would like
You
to...
are tall.
Yes, I'm perfect for you. What the hell are you wearing?
Can you imagine him on
I'm going to
rollerblades?
be 6.
What a bun on you.
Oh, excuse me here.
What I'd do to you. I'd love a tall woman like you.
But only 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's better than the 5 minutes you could provide.
I doubt it.
You'd be looking at magazines of guys.
Yeah, right. All with pictures of me.
I'd be trying
Susie.
on outfit.
I think you're both beautiful.
Susie, I would love to hug you hello. I would love to hug you hello. Would that be acceptable? Yeah, out of love. Because I feel a vibration
Okay.
in the room. May I?
Yes.
All right.
You're not going to ask her if you could slap her butt?
How do we do this? Do I come to you or you?
Well, you're on rollerblades.
Shall I roll to you?
I'll come over to you.
Oh, what?
All right, roll over to me.
Oh,
Take off
okay.
your headphones.
Okay.
I'll show her how to hug. Wow, you are really... Give me a hug. Oh, yeah. Oh. See, Mark, that's how you hug.
Never mind, I'm bringing my...
Come here, look at this.
I'm bringing my guy dates here. I want to see if he gets
Right?
into it.
Wow.
Come on,
Yes,
yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
you dig me, right?
Better than Ted Kennedy, I have to tell you.
Uh-oh.
Kennedy's a mess.
Uh-oh.
He's no athlete.
He is.
That's right.
I'm telling
Look
you.
at this. Punch me in the chest.
Oh.
In the chest.
Yes. How about
Right
the?
there.
How about the stomach?
No, well, go with that.
Notice he didn't ask you to
Pat,
punch him in
we're talking-
You may be hitting the next governor of
Very
New
good.
York.
How about the stomach?
Go ahead. Ah, easy. I'm going to throw... I don't care who you know.
Well, I've got a leotard with tights underneath, but being
But
aside.
there's no panties in there. Mark, you don't even
This
know what
is adorable.
What a
I
waste
have to
of
You
time.
know what? Why don't all you viewers hug someone?
These are
that
listeners.
was too good. Viewers.
Susie, go sit down next to
I'm not usually up at this hour. I'm sorry.
Go
you
sit down next
listeners
to Martha Ray's
hug
husband.
someone. That was really
All right,
nice.
go ahead. Ooh, give me another hug.
lovely.
Yeah, give me another hug.
Okay,
Because I
okay.
feel a lot of love for you.
I think Howard just got a vote. You know, she's a New Yorker.
Yeah, come on. Rub closer to me. Why are you so afraid? Why are you so
She's
standing
on
off?
rollerblades. She
Come
might
closer
hurt
to me.
herself.
I'll roll her right into me. There you go. Oh, you horny. Yes.
It's a good thing Ted Kennedy's not here.
You're
I'm
right.
Oh, yeah, you like it, don't you?
Thank you. I
Could
feel
barely
so.
let go of me. 5 minutes I could get her.
You.
Mark Harris is sitting there romancing.
No, I'm just watching this. I can't believe this. Go ahead.
Mark, that's how you hug a woman. That's how you
Really?
handle a woman.
You
What
think
is it,
if Ted
Stuttering
Kennedy
John?
was here, you think he was...
We want to talk to a gay guy who's real angry at Mark.
All right.
Say again? Why?
Why?
What do you...
In front of his date, a gay guy is angry at you. Hello?
Angry at me.
Hello, Howard?
Yes.
Howard, I am so over, like, Mark. How can he say he's bisexual? The joke goes, the only thing about that's bisexual about Mark is he's bilingual, or, you know what I'm
I
saying.
am bilingual, too.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
Je parle en
He's
français, monsieur.
quadrilingual.
Mark, how can you say that you're bisexual? Like, I can't even comprehend.
I think 3 children, 2
No,
children.
it's not a question of the children. But when you say bisexual, I mean, I didn't give anything.
Three children mean nothing.
Bad word.
He did?
Yes.
I'm not even listening. I'm looking at Susie.
I'm so sorry.
I didn't realize you said a bad word.
What I would just like to ask you, if I only went with men,
Yeah?
that would please you?
No, I really don't care.
I believe you only do
So
go
if
with
you
men.
don't care, what is this about?
I worry about the women that you're messing around with that, like, you know, might think that they have a chance with you. That's what I worry about.
Oh, I see.
I don't-
You think he's fooling somebody?
You think he's fooling Susie? I don't.
Oh, I see.
I think
No,
Susie knows exactly what's going on.
All right, well, as long as that's the case.
No, the case is I'm not getting married again. I had enough.
She had enough. What, you already had a marriage?
3. Yeah. Well,
How long were you married and living in the same house with your wife?
The first wife?
Yeah.
13 years.
Wow. You're kidding.
Second.
And did you act like
7
this,
years.
or did you like act more masculine?
I didn't act anyway.
Really?
This is it.
Really?
Really? Yeah. 13. Ask Aunt Sally.
There's a book in this guy, I'm telling you.
Oh, at least one.
I enjoy life. I have
You mean
a
you went up to a
wonderful-
woman
I have
and
a
you...
wonderful life.
Excuse me, your
Yeah.
first wife, you went up to a woman, you started talking like this, and then she married you.
Exactly.
Right. That's
But what does talking have to do with lovemaking?
Because
I
there's
don't
no
know.
way.
No way.
And no one on your block said, all the neighbors and everything. There's something with Mark. I mean,
No.
Come on. Susie, you know what I'm talking about?
Nobody ever pointed out to you that you were...
I think I might.
Yeah, you might be a little
Different.
suspicious, right?
Flamboyant.
Yes.
Yes, flamboyant, yes.
I think what this guy is saying
You
is...
do
Yeah,
need
what
to
is
be
he
careful these days.
Right.
And-
I think Mark pretty much flags it that he's, effeminate.
Mark, you are.
Yeah, but I don't have a
homosexual.
problem with it.
I think what this guy's saying is he thinks Mark's a homosexual, and we ought to stop the
And you
charade.
should stop the bi charade.
Right. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. It's ridiculous.
I will be-
It's absolutely ridiculous, Mark.
Would you like to meet
Wait,
Mark?
I want to hear this.
Would you like to meet Mark?
No, he's not even a man. He's
Right.
He's like Mr. Woman.
Mr. Woman. Well, I like that. That's not a problem. But you see,
Surf and turf.
nothing. It doesn't matter to me.
It doesn't.
No,
Who cares what he thinks?
I'm very happy.
Right.
In my life, period.
I don't care.
That's why I found you hanging from a rope yesterday.
Right.
I had to take you down off the
No,
chair.
I have no. I have a great life.
He has a great life. He loves his life.
I don't care that he's happy. I just worry about the women that he's playing around with. That's what
They're
I'm worried
very
about.
happy. You know, I have to bring some more.
Martha Ray is the woman he's playing around with, and I don't think she knows what planet she's on right now. All right? That's it.
I think it's nice that he cares about Mark and how he's related, but it's really Mark's life.
That's right. That's right. Okay.
Don't
I don't
get
have a
upset about
problem.
Mark's life.
Yeah, really.
Susie's like a flower child.
She is. She's
Yeah.
a very loving person. I like
Yeah,
that.
I'd like to love her.
Very open, very loving.
You're not kidding. What a body. You are tight. Would you ever do a new spread in Playboy?
I turned it down.
You did? Why? What, do you got a lot of money? Are you independently wealthy?
No.
From the chapstick commercials?
I've done well.
You have?
Yeah.
Are you worth over $1 million? Because Mark will marry you tomorrow.
No.
You don't care what you
You
are.
need a disco in your house?
Yeah.
Actually, money is
That's good.
isn't so important.
In other words, you don't have to work.
Yeah, I do.
You do? What do you do?
But actually, money has never been. I wanted to do how I started off after the.
But I mean, like, what do you do now?
I'm a designer.
Oh, I see.
Traffic collection. I won the World Design
That's true.
Award for
Yes.
my ski wear. I'm bringing this product out to the market, the stretch cord, so that people can stay fit consistently.
No, you certainly
There's
are.
only kids in the school only get 1 hour of PE a week, so they're really not getting enough.
Oh, so you're like into some things.
Yeah, I'm actually prepping a book. I've been writing a poem, which is a couple chapters in this book. That I'm
Poem book?
Snow Goddess.
Really?
Yeah.
You ought to give it to Mark. He'll
After
turn it into a
going
bad
to
song.
Actually, you could work
Talking
on
about
some
bad
lyrics
songs.
with Mark.
Yeah, Mark. Mark, now what is it? When you took Susie out on the date, you started singing to her?
Yeah, we were singing and speaking a few languages. I didn't even know she could speak.
And what did you sing
Wir
to her?
haben durchgesprochen
Ja, alles.
zusammen.
That means why don't you march into an oven? You do big ugly joke.
March quickly.
That's right.
My valet is from Germany.
Your what?
My
Valet.
He's from Germany.
Your valet is free? How do you afford a valet?
Is that important?
Yeah.
Is this a full-time job?
Full-time job.
You have a valet, a guy who dresses you?
Well, he lays all the clothing out. Just the clothing, just the clothing. Why don't you give him a call? Wake him up. It's 3 hours.
That is ridiculous.
What, the valet is according to you, everything in my life is ridiculous, but I'm ridiculously happy.
What do you have to pay a guy to lay out your clothes?
May I say something to this guy?
Whatever you wish.
Get a life.
Right.
Get a life?
Right,
He is
Susie.
he is so consumed with my life.
Well, we all are.
Well, we're trying to figure out, Mark. Now, this guy comes
think he
and
loves
lays
you.
out your clothes. And that's his whole job?
No, he does Martha's dirty laundry.
Oh, okay.
That must be a treat.
There's a lot of stuff. He does a lot of stuff around the house.
Okay, he's one of the household help then. Okay.
Yeah.
What does Martha wear?
It's not what she wears. It's she has problems.
Oh, I see.
Laundry. Yeah.
She has weird laundry.
Mark, what is
Soiled laundry?
Wait, let me hear this guy.
Are you saying? You mean this guy has to do Martha's soiled
I
laundry?
got to hear the phone caller because
Can't you get
I can't
disposable? Can't you get disposable clothes or something? I mean, do you have to make somebody go through that?
That's June Allison. What were you saying?
Why are you doing the laundry?
Your next wife, June Allison.
Why aren't you doing her laundry?
Yeah, why don't you do
them?
Martha's?
Times I did. Right now, we're doing a lot of work on the house,
I see.
and somebody has to watch
He's
the work.
got a huge career. He doesn't have time
They
for
don't
laundry.
care.
He's such a.
Why don't you just put a hole in Martha's wheelchair, and then you wouldn't have to...
Yeah, I see how happy and sympathy. Yeah, you got it. You
No,
got it.
everything could just drop out the bottom.
Oh.
Right.
Promised to be good.
Okay, I'm sorry, Susie. I'm sorry, Susie.
Susie's gonna keep him in check.
It takes Susie to keep me in
Oh
line.
no.
You're going to come back with Susie all the time, aren't you?
No, I'm gonna bring some others from
Hey,
California.
Susie, you need a massage?
I love massages.
Come over here, I'll rub you down. I bet you'll get turned on.
After the show. But
I bet you'll be sexually aroused if I
do an aura massage, actually.
Yeah, she did that yesterday.
What, to you?
Mm-hmm.
Wait a second. Susie
I
gave
was
you
very tired on that late flight.
Susie
My
gave
aura
you,
was well
Susie gave you an oil massage?
Aura.
Oh, that's screwy.
Let her massage your aura.
Yeah.
Come over here and massage my aura, Susie.
Start from the back.
Please.
Would you like?
Yeah.
Okay,
I've never had that.
I want to hear how
Actually,
you...
this is...
Let me take my pants off.
Massage.
Right.
Should I take my pants off?
No, she doesn't need to touch you.
Actually, an aura is not touching you, but it feels.
Very safe
I have healing
massage.
hands, actually.
Really?
Let her touch your aura. See,
I have a pain somewhere. Can you help me?
Yeah, if
Do you have
are
healing hands?
receptive, I do.
I am receptive. I have let me show you where my ache is.
Oh, you.
I injured myself doing some athletic activity.
No, remember
No, it's on my inner thigh.
No. Okay.
Is there something wrong with
Remember
that?
the rules.
What?
We have rules.
What are the rules?
Be nice.
I'm going to be nice, but I have an injury.
Okay.
All right.
Where?
Come over here. I'll show you.
I think I only want to
Susie.
fix your brain.
It's an old Vietnam. I served in Vietnam. It's an old Vietnam injury.
I was in Vietnam.
Yes, so was I. What do you mean, you served?
I was in
the 103rd.
Really?
Yeah. Da Nang.
You know what?
What?
What year were you there?
Well, let's see. Well, I was there for 3 tours of duty. I was there in...
I was there in 71.
I was there in 71. That was my second tour of duty.
Do you remember me?
I think I saw your show.
You're kidding.
I think I might have been one of the guys who saw your show that year, as a matter of fact.
No, I'm serious. We went in helicopters, went...
71 through 73, right?
radar and...
71 through 73?
71. Yeah.
I had...
Honoring you guys.
I had killed... This is kind of a weird... You know why I remember this?
years before...
I know, I remember this. I had killed a guy. Listen to this. This is a funny story.
Oh.
I was in Vietnam, and we're on a tour of duty. And I'm going through, at the time we would call the enemy gooks. I don't know if you know this.
I do.
Right. We're going through a gook village, and we said that only to dehumanize them, so it was easier to kill them. But we had to kill them. Listen, it was either be killed or kill. I wasn't happy about it. And this was, the lieutenant said, look, go into the village and wipe out the village.
What was your rank?
I was, at this point, I was what do you call it, a field soldier.
That's not a rank.
A private. I was a private. That was nothing at this point. I was what they called a grunt.
You couldn't even make sergeant?
I was not a sergeant at this point. I was, Robin, don't put me down for it. Someone had to do the hard work.
No, but you were putting your butt on the line.
Exactly. I was a grunt.
Because you were protecting the rest of us, which was beautiful.
I'm not going to go into the gory details.
In the politics.
Exactly. It was wrong and everything, but I had to do what I had to do.
It's a time when right is wrong and wrong is right.
But Susie, you'll be interested in this. And I'm not going to go into what happened in the village because it was pretty intense. I don't know. Mark would throw up. I know that. He can't handle it.
You'd have to cradle Mark.
I'd like to see Mark's deferment during the war. I wonder what it was.
3A.
Excuse me, what's 3A?
KY.
Hardship.
Hardship.
What was your hardship?
What was your hardship?
Sole supporter of my family.
Oh.
Howard, Mark didn't need deferment. All he had to do was say he was gay.
This guy is still on the phone?
He's
Yes.
part of the group now.
He's part of the show.
Is he?
But I remember the show because we had taken out this village, and I cut off this guy's ears in order to make a necklace, a beautiful necklace, and I wanted to present it.
I don't think Susie wants to hear that.
You don't?
I don't think that's in the nice category.
Well, listen, Susie, you knew the war was hell. And one of the things that used to get me... I had 3 ear necklaces. I had 10 ears on this one necklace. I wanted to present it to you.
God.
Oh, let me tell you, you had to do it. This was part of the whole thing. I was not born a killer. I'm born a lover.
Howard, why don't you take the caller?
Mark, would you mellow out? I'm talking about Vietnam, something that you don't know about. Susie and I went through it, okay?
Weren't you touched by this D-Day thing? I mean...
Yes.
I mean, you know what won the war is love between soldiers.
Do you know when
each other... And all
you know what got me through the war?
Going to die because they loved Eisenhower and Gavin and would do anything for them.
She knows.
And our country and our principles.
What does she know?
But there's a better way to express ourselves. Did you know that... Do you know how the evil empire of Russia ended?
How?
Besides the bankruptcy of that way of...
Communist government?
Right.
Yes.
Gorby and the Pope had conversations a couple times a month.
Did Ted Kennedy do an FBI check on you before he dated you? I want to know. I mean, you seem to...
How come she has so much inside information?
She's a skier. I don't know. I don't know how she got all this.
That's inside information from Vatican and CIA.
You know, when I used to be... I used to smoke marijuana during the war. I did. I admit it.
Would you believe?
I had to. In order to get through, I would smoke opium, all kinds of things. I was watching Susie's show. I'm smoking a big fat doobie. And I had a gook jawbone as a roach ashtray.
Oh,
now, I remember it like it was yesterday. Hey, I'll admit it. I ate gook brains and legs. I put garlic and pepper. I did it all. It tastes like chicken. A little rice, we were in heaven.
Do you remember on the D-Day thing,
Yes.
they talked about how the Germans and the Americans honored each other's wounded and stopped and wouldn't, would let each other...
Ridiculous, wasn't it?
I mean, that was love between the enemies.
Oh, that was an outrage.
And that bonded those guys. When they got
That was an
together
outrage.
this time, it was beautiful.
Oh, please.
So there's another way to express yourself besides the war. Hitler, he had childhood hurts. We should have sent a psychologist.
Susie's very airy.
Over there.
She's
very into a higher mind, Howard. She's not
Sure.
on this earthly plane.
I'm glad Susie's wearing rollerblades, or else she'd float
me.
away. She's really very heavenly.
Thank God for gravity, or Susie would just float away.
How much you weigh, Susie?
Why destroy
How much do you weigh?
millions of lives when you could send
I agree with you 100%.
a psychologist over who could sit down and talk it out?
Susie, how much did you weigh? How much do you weigh?
About 130.
Boy, oh boy, and you're 5'9". That's a nice package.
Thank you.
But I bet you when Ted Kennedy took you to parties and you started doing all this hippie talk, he got a little nervous, right? Susie, can you keep your mouth shut, please?
He's not a perfect human being, not unlike yourself, but he's done a lot of good stuff.
I bet you adore Jerry Garcia. True? True or false?
Who's Jerry
No, I
Garcia?
didn't.
All right, okay, Grateful Dead. All right.
Oh.
I thought maybe you were
You know
into
where
that.
the Grateful Dead came from?
Where?
Pop quiz.
Where did they come from?
Yeah, this theologian told me. From Egypt.
Was that right?
The pharaohs were concerned about afterlife, and they wanted to. They rode the higher road of life. They were very
Sorry, I asked.
spiritual. No, and those who made it to heaven was very grateful about it,
Right.
as opposed to the alternative.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
You have another question?
It can't be for Susie, is it?
Yes, it is actually.
Don't give him your phone number.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Well, all I know is I served in Vietnam, and I want to thank Susie for coming over and entertaining us guys when we were down on our luck.
Thank you.
I mean, I had come off a killing spree, and I was completely jazzed. I thought I was going to go out of my mind. I wiped out a whole village once. Did I ever tell you about this?
No.
You've never talked to her before.
My sergeant says, I feel like I've talked to you before.
The trauma produced this show. I mean,
My sergeant says to me, go in and teach this village a lesson. They were obviously VC. They were posing as,
Who said this to you?
My sergeant.
Your sergeant.
So he goes, go in.
VC.
Yeah, he says, obviously VC. He says, and teach them a lesson. He says, take out each man, woman, and child, bury them alive, leave their arms up out of the ground so they can wave goodbye. And I did it because I was a good soldier. I did it.
Yourself?
We had to do it because we were there to win. Am I right, Susie? Am I right or am I wrong? You were there. You saw the conditions.
We were there, of course,
to win. Of course. Susie understands what I had to do.
And the caller's
She forgives me. She forgives me. I have nightmares every night.
Command decisions needed to be worked out a little bit more. I mean, we can't Xerox American philosophy on.
I remember when you came to do that show. I was in the audience for, I swear to God, this is a true story.
Yeah.
I went into a village. I wiped out this family. I took their couch. I brought it over to the show so I have a comfortable
you have
seat.
a seat.
Yeah.
Boy, this will cure all the listeners.
It was the greatest show, too. And I slept like a baby. I slept like a baby on that couch because I had to do it. I had to.
No, that was your job.
It was circumstances beyond my control, beyond Howard Stern's control.
They should have given you the script to Rambo.
Oh, be
could have done
quiet.
great.
He was
Talk like a man. Let me hear you talk masculine. Try it, just for 5 minutes, so
No,
Susie can maybe pretend
I
you're...
wouldn't be happy. I wouldn't be happy. This is it. I'm just myself.
Just say,
That's it.
hello, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
No, that sounds like a girl to me.
That's better.
Girl with a deep voice.
What's wrong with that?
Come on, there's a problem with that.
I have no problem. You have a problem.
You can talk
that-
regular.
No. Wait a
You can
minute.
talk
Howard,
regular.
This is it.
He could to
talk?
Susie, admit it. You were over in Vietnam.
Can we
Yes.
talk?
This
What?
is so stupid. I mean, this is who I am.
You know what's sad in this society?
What?
You know,
Besides this show.
What is sad, Susie? You know what's sad? That I'm not
The
hugging you right now. Let me
feminine
kiss your neck and massage
the
you.
feminine side of man has been held hostage.
Come over
and now
here.
it's coming out. We're getting to more of
There
a
is no
balance
feminine side about
of the
me,
male,
Susie.
Female,
Oh, you do have a very feminine
You
side.
calling me gay?
No.
Anybody in this room calls me gay, they get out of here right now. I'm 100% masculine. Come over here and find out.
The yin-yang.
Yin-yang
thing.
nothing. Don't give me any of that. Yin-yang. I don't speak Chinese.
You have long hair as a symbol
And
of the
earrings.
rebellion of this society that they have been...
I have long hair to hide my skinny neck and to make my face look a little more attractive. It's a
That's
mess.
not true.
Oh, it is too.
You love your long, luxurious hair.
Oh, what do you call me, a Breck girl?
What are you doing? Tell her how you roof and print.
Oh, be quiet. I did for. I wish I would have looked better if I knew Susie was coming. Susie, come over here.
But
Let me
I
rub
have
you
a lot
down.
of male in me.
Let me
and
rub
I
you
have a lot
down.
of female.
Come here. I want to do.
Wait.
I wanted to tell me if I'm a good rub down artist.
Wait a minute.
Come here. I'll have you
We're
moaning in a
talking-
minute.
Wait a minute.
Robin, you keep the clock on. I'm going to rub Susie.
Okay,
What?
and in a
Under rule.
minute...
How horny are you? When's the
What?
last time you had sex with a guy?
Well, Howard.
Be honest.
Howard, I'm leaving unless you go by the rules.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. You don't want to rub down?
Well, the way you put it is...
I'm
really
sorry.
not-
All right, horny was not a good word. I'm just saying, when's the last time you were handled by a real man, not someone like Mark?
He wasn't handled by Mark.
She wasn't handled by Mark at all.
Please.
I'm not ever handled.
Really? Come over here. I'll show you how to be handled.
I am waiting for the...
You know you want it.
I am loved, but I'm not...
Come on. Hey, I'm a great masseuse. In Vietnam, I massaged a dead Kong, and she woke up.
Ow!
Made her rise from the dead.
What?
She was laying there dead. I massaged her.
Oh, don't repeat it.
Well, I got great war
That
stories.
was a miracle.
I'd like to whisper my dead stories in your ear while I massage you. Oh, Mark, don't get so jealous.
No, jealous? No, I'm looking at this.
No, I mean, you're afraid that I'm going to leave you for her.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Mark is so
I
upset
am
that we're
waiting.
paying attention to Susie
No,
and not
no,
him.
no,
Wait a minute.
I'm waiting for the caller's question.
Why has Mark been on this show 20 times?
Mark is
He
terrific.
who-
Mark is terrific.
He who
He's a
protects
one of a
us.
kind.
What makes me terrific?
You're a character. Any
no.
guy who would marry an 80-year-old woman.
She's not
Stood
80.
up to you.
How old is she?
If she'll be here August, she'll be 78.
All right.
Really?
All right, that's 80, Mark.
Okay, if you want to round it down.
She's got the body of an 80-year-old. Any guy who would marry an 80-year-old and, you know, and run around the country singing about Bill Clinton is an interesting character, and
Mark
that's all there is to it.
has an incredible personality.
That's right.
Thank
We're
you,
very
Robin.
attracted to
And,
her.
Thank you, Robin.
And a
Yes.
story behind this that really shows what a beautiful guy he is. And that's what part that you know, the basis of love is respect, and I respect him.
You do?
Yeah.
The only thing that
Isn't that
pisses me off is he didn't go to Vietnam.
Oh.
That pisses you
I'm a
off.
man.
And
I'm
you voted for
Mark has
Clinton?
survived.
Let me tell you
voted
something.
for Clinton?
I was in NAM. I was in NAM, and you won't even go into a bumper car.
Why do you...
He's
How
supporting
about
his family.
Martha Ray served in Vietnam?
Yeah, well, she's a real man. She's more of a man than you are.
She says so, too.
And that's okay, too.
Caller is
Let me
so
say
happy.
something. I want to
never
talk to.
said anything like that.
I want to
No,
talk to
listen this
Susie for a
caller.
minute. Susie, I want to thank you
Like
for coming
what?
in with Mark.
Is this a joke?
I didn't believe that he knew you. I was wrong.
Really?
I apologize. You are a lovely woman.
Thank you.
You have an incredible body from exercise and everything else.
Now,
You are all. Excuse me.
Yeah, go
I'm
ahead.
talking now.
Yeah, I know.
You are 100% woman. There is no question about it.
Thank you.
You are a real woman. There's no yin and yang about you.
Yes, there is.
There's no manly
There's
side
a lot
to
of
you.
yin
Oh,
yang.
no,
There's
no,
a lot of
no.
yin and yang.
There's a manly side to you. I can't spot it.
No.
Let me tell you. You're blushing, Susie, but that's all right.
I am.
I've seen many beautiful women. You're a piece. Can I say a piece of ass? Is that okay?
Yeah.
No, I cannot.
do you think?
I would take it back. You are not a piece of ass. And I want to thank you for coming in here. And
This is also how I make a living.
what is that?
See this bird, the falcon?
Yeah.
Egypt. I wore
What's with you in Egypt?
I wore it to. It's the god of protection. Do you know what I mean?
You need
I got
to.
up. I
You
sweated
need.
before
You
the
need a
performance
man
of
to
the
straighten
show.
you out.
What, she'll stop saying all these wonderful things if she is a man? What
She
is
needs
wrong
me to
with
straighten
you?
her out with all these gods and eagles and Egypt. I'll have her thinking straight in 2 minutes.
Do you want to know
What
what
is
the trend
thinking
of this
straight?
year is?
What?
Do you know what the trend of this year, according to the Trend Institute?
What?
What?
Is there a trend institute?
Sleeping with Howard Stern?
No, ancient wisdom,
Really?
which came to us through the Native Americans.
I know all
The
about it.
Egyptians.
I know
You know
all
what?
about that stuff. I'm into that
here we
stuff.
go.
And I went to Egypt
Ask me
last
about
summer.
something. I'm into Indian philosophy.
An Olympic teammate of mine. I want to talk about that, actually.
I want to talk to you about it off the air where I can get serious with you. I'll tell you the truth. I'd like to go where Ted Kennedy has been, and I don't mean Chappaquiddick. You know what I'm talking about, Susie. You know what I'm talking about.
Was that sweet talking me?
Is he a good lover? Susie, is he a good lover? I don't picture him being.
There is a lot of love there.
Really?
I went to a family, like a kid's birthday party, only family, and it was one of the most loving occasions I have ever been to.
Seriously?
I'm serious. Each kid
But I mean, was he good in the
went
sack?
around the table and said something, said a poem.
Were you attracted to John?
Or, he's supposed to be the hunk of the world. I'm not personally attracted.
Really? You're more attracted to me than to John Kennedy?
Perhaps. I've never met John
You're attracted to me, aren't you?
Jr.
There's an attraction between us, isn't there? You're attracted to me, admit it.
Well, I hear he skis. Do you ski?
Yes.
That's really
I was not an Olympic skier, but I taught ski instruction for many years. Yes. What is so funny? Why can't I brag a little?
Even that guy is laughing.
What?
That guy's still on the
No, I
phone.
taught ski instruction for 2 or 3 years. I was a ski instructor,
Where did
putting
you-
myself through college when I got out of Nam.
Where?
In Aspen.
Oh, please, Howard.
What?
I've never even been to Colorado.
I have too. You know, Boulder has great Chinese restaurants.
Howard, talk to me about technique.
Do you know my father invented? Do you know my father invented man-made snow? That he was one of the inventors of that. Did you know that? Yeah, that's what he does. My father's a multi-millionaire. Now come over here and get a massage.
Tell me some more ski techniques so I believe this.
Well, what's the slalom? Ask me that.
What's the slalom?
What's the slalom, Robin? Go ahead if you know so much.
No. She asked you, Howard.
Listen, if you're going to test me, if this is a test, then that's something.
Would you go straight at a gate, or would you turn early, turn late? How would you?
I would go
turn?
personally myself.
Yeah.
I've always gone straight. Straight at a gate.
Straight at a gate.
No one else does, but only I do.
Like Alberto
I shush,
Pombo.
I glide, I flirtate, and I myrtle.
You flirted Myrtle.
Okay.
Those are secret words, and you don't even know what they mean.
I don't
All right,
even
listen, Susie.
Myrtle was a dead giveaway.
Susie, may I call you Susie Chapstick? Chafee?
By the way, it's Chaffee.
Whatever. I like Chafee better.
Well,
Is that your maiden name?
it has been pronounced Chafe both ways in history.
What is it,
Actually,
Bubba Hohai?
Chaffee.
What is this?
Think of Daffy Chaffee.
Hey, what is this? This guy says you were in Playboy. Is that really true?
Well, actually, if truth be known,
Oh,
I
you
was
were.
in a tennis tournament in Aspen.
Yeah.
And there was a gentleman who was the sponsor of Danskin,
I'm going to get that.
who I had inadvertently stood up
Yeah.
when I was doing a benefit on Long Island for the U.S. Olympic team.
Oh, and your breast popped out.
No.
Yeah.
He was sponsor of the Aspen event, and he said, "Hey, would you wear my outfit at this event?"
Understood.
And I said, "Yeah, please. I want to make it up to you. I'm so sorry. Because this guy was
You're a nice person, yeah.
Yeah. So I put it on. I had a leotard and then a little skirt over it. And we were in the finals. I mean, I am an erratically good tennis player. I'm either really bad or really good.
I play a tennis.
I happened to be really good that day.
I'm very good.
And I thought the fans were cheering because I was really good.
And what would happen?
Well,
It was see-through?
it was a leotard, one of those nylon leotard, latex, or not latex. It was I'm a designer, right? It was kind of
Spandex.
lycra. A lycra leotard, nylon, so it was a little slippery, and it kept riding, up the crack.
Ooh.
In the
Demonstrate.
the pre-string era, strings became like they're commonplace, right?
So your patch was in view?
No.
Oh.
I kept riding up
Your
the
ass.
back, and I would pull it down, and then serve, but it would ride. And someone photographed it. It was light blue, so in black and white, it looked like nothing.
Really?
And they had a debate in my state on whether I was wearing something or not. And first, I was
Can I have that
rather
leotard?
embarrassed. So I wrote a rebuttal in Playboy about it was all done in puns, and instead of they published this.
So you were in Playboy?
But then they ran the picture again.
I see. So you weren't really posing in Playboy?
No.
Okay, very good.
Thank you.
I'm glad you cleared that up.
Well, I just wanted.
It was a very long story,
The
Rob.
governor of my
And have you
state
noticed
was
that with Susie, every story's long?
Very long story, and it always involves Egypt and spirits. Susie, it's a pleasure meeting you. I don't know how you ended up with this Mark Harris, but you're with him.
This is one of the most fun 2 days I've
Are
had
you
as a
going
result
to
of
see
you two
Mark
guys.
again?
Are you going to go on another date with him?
I'm sure.
I doubt it.
I hope
Okay.
so.
You doubt it.
All right, Mark, thank you.
If
Thank you.
you'll take me
What was the
back.
question the caller had for Susie? He's still on the phone.
He doesn't have a question for Susie.
Oh, he doesn't.
Do you have a question for Susie? Quickly,
Yes,
I have to go.
Okay, quickly. Susie, if you're so spiritual and everything like that, what's happening with Mark that he's not calling himself a gay person? What's that doing to his soul?
Well, so far it's a moot subject because he's still married.
No.
to a-
Besides that, I don't have a boyfriend, so how am I going to call myself gay?
Exactly.
Do you need a
No one
boyfriend
cares.
to be gay?
Not this
Exactly.
guy, obviously.
Obviously, he could be alone and have fun.
All right, thank you.
Take care.
That guy was very gay on the phone. All right, listen, everybody do whatever you want. You want to be gay, go be gay. You want to be with Egypt, go be with Egypt. Do whatever you want.
You should be who you are.
Oh, that's easy for you to say. Try being me. All right. I like to be someone else.
Mother Nature comes in all kinds of packages, and there just should be love between and tolerance between everybody.
So you say. All right. Anyway,
You
Susie.
know what I honor about you?
Yes.
Is you're universally bigoted to everything, and
Thank
no
you,
one
Susie.
believes it as a result.
That is the nicest thing anyone's ever said about me.
And there's a lot of truth.
So well put.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of truth on your show. I mean,
Thank you.
You were right about so many things.
I'm right about traffic.
Well,
And
I only
Susie,
listen to one show. I mean,
it's a pleasure meeting
but I
you.
will listen to you again.
Thank you very much,
And
Susie.
the cab driver who got me here says, I gave him the address. He says, that's the Howard Stern show.
That's right. He knows.
And the cops, this guy is
that
the
was
biggest
funny.
supporter.
Susie, I'm trying to say goodbye to everyone.
Bye.
All right. Susie, I want to thank you for coming in. Susie's on a roll. Mark Harris,
Thank you.
thank you. I'll see you the next time you're in town, I hope.
Yeah, August 4th at Shea Josephine.
Right.
Oh, you
Celebrity-
decided on the date.
Yeah, a Celebrity Deli in Las Vegas, the 2nd and 3rd of July. Celebrity Deli's listening
Well,
today.
certainly you have to be a fan of Mark's music. It's one of a kind.
You'll never hear anything like it.
Mark Harris,
Hopefully.
Susie Chaffee, and we have to take a
How
break.
about the sweet side of you and I going to his show?
How about the sweet
Oh, she
side?
asked you for a date.
How about the sweet side of you and I just doing a little rub down thing here? We rub each other's auras. Let's get physical.
Okay, or
Let's skip the
I'll
rest of that.
accept
Let's skip the date part. Let's get right to the foreplay.
Okay.
That's the aura.
All right, we'll be back right after these words.